name is Manuela Loevo. I'm Managing Director of CIM. CIM is a company based in Munich and produces mounting solutions for medical equipment. The complete system is modular and consists mainly of three major parts. This is the beginning. This is where you want to mount your arm, either to a wall channel, to a vertical or horizontal rail, or to a pole. The middle is the arm type, what kind of arm you want to have, height adjustment, non-height adjustment, single arm, double arm. And the third part is the presentation. If you need a 5-inch plunge blade, a visa blade, plenty of options.
Hello, my name is Jonathan Deverell. I'm a Key Account Manager from CIM Med, and I'm going to walk you through how to get the IACS system cable through the CIM Med arm. So to gain access to the CIM Med arm, you just remove the access covers here. And so, you can see the internal workings of the arm. To lay the cables through the arm, we have to move the end pivot point round to face into the arm so that we can then lay the cable in, and using our finger to push it way back in so that it doesn't pinch and turn it round. Now we're going to fit the mounting block to the arm. In this case we're using the wall channel mount. So we take the block, fit it onto the pivot part of the arm, putting the washers on, bolted into position. A key feature of the wall channel mounting block is this little piece which fits together like so. The wedge-shaped nut is forced out to the right when it's sitting in the ramp, and once fitted to the wall channel and tightened, the mounting block is pushed to line up perfectly vertically. So to hang the arm, we're using a cart column to act as our wall channel, and we just place the arm into the channel. For the wall channel, we always do it from the left-hand side first, so that the block will line up in the wall channel perfectly vertically, as explained by the special bolts that we use that force the block from left to right, and then continue as normal. Now's the moment to remove the end cap, and you do that by squeezing the edge and forcing your thumb underneath, and it pops off. To get the IACS systems cable through the arm takes a little bit of technique. The most important thing is to hold it at both ends to try and straighten it out as much as possible. It does no damage to the cable itself, but it is necessary to get it through. To navigate the next part of the arm has to be slightly elevated. You'll need to look underneath just to check that you've got the aperture correct so that the cable fits through, and then try and keep it as straight as possible again. I've locked the arm into position using the locking lever. To get the correct aperture this time, we've positioned the arm in a downwards slant, and it's important again to try and keep the cable straight and not to force it too hard. I've locked the arm into position using the lock which is on my side here. At this point I want to raise it slightly so that I can create the clearance on the other side to get the cable through. So we always do the larger cables first because the smaller cables are very easy to do secondary, and in doing them second they haven't got in the way. And finally, to pass the cables through the end pivot part of the arm, we line up the visa plate, and then push the cables through into the back so that they clear this front rotational piece. It's important from here to fit the end caps because this part of the cap keeps the cables depressed and out of the way, so when you turn the pivot into place, they're free from rub. And to plate the lower half, we have to take it from the highest position into the lowest position and plate it over just as we did a moment ago. And these two plates we've just fitted are held in position with these bolts, which are bolted in from underneath. The aluminium access covers just pinch into position. We finish off by fitting the plastic caps. The final plastic covers are bolted into place. The plastic cover has a little breakout area that you can snap off to create space for the cables to go through. And then we fit the little plastic infection control covers to the mounting block just to cover the bolts. So to hang the C700 onto the visa plate, I've already put the two top bolts in place. And then it's just a question of screwing them all together. Now's the time to reattach the end cap to the IACS cable. So once the arm is cabled through and covered, what you end up with is large, one white clean areas for infection control and the end user.
The two possible troubleshooting issues you may run into is the problem of a shrunken monitor and the friction joints not being tight enough or too loose. The problem of a shrunken monitor is when the monitor is not parallel to the floor, and this may have the following reasons. First of all, you have to check if the wall channel is mounted straight to the wall. The second is check if you have tightened the left side of the adapter first. The last thing is to check if the monitor is mounted straight to the visa plate. The swivel friction can be adjusted by tightening or loosening the screws underneath the swivel, for which you have to unplate the covers. Tilt friction can be easily adjusted by tightening or loosening the hex screws underneath the tilt head. Once the arm is adjusted correctly, it is maintenance free.